Hey, I'm Scott, and we are about to go into the New York Apple demo room. So, take a walk with me as we go in. The Apple announced 3 different things today: the Mac Mini, the MacBook Air, and the iPad Pro. All of them are hovering around the $1,000 range or a little less. And we're inside a giant demo zone, wrapping up, and you can see that it's adjacent to the Brooklyn Academy of Music. It's beautiful, and there's a big wraparound line. So stay tuned with me as we're about to go. So here we go. We're going to go up the stairs and check out the demo room. So I've waited online for a little bit, but now at least I've got a little more breathing room. Let's talk about the iPad Pro first. The iPad Pro, if you know what it does before, this is an improvement on the overall construction, screen, processor. The proposition is not all that different though, but it has an 11-inch screen or a 12.9-inch, smaller bezels, LCD, that's similar display technology, they said, to the iPhone XR, a new pencil, which has got tap zones. There's a new Folio keyboard that you can see there. It has an A12X processor. Now, it kind of jumped a generation from A10X to A12X. Starting price for the iPad Pro, $799 with 64 gigs of storage. Look at all those iPad Pros. And you can go up to 1 terabyte now, which is a lot. That's a lot of iPad storage. The 12.9-inch version is smaller. The 11-inch version is the same body size as the 10.5, which is also sticking around for $650. These are not affordable iPads, these are high-end iPads. They also have USB-C, not Lightning, and this can also charge an iPhone or any USB-C type thing. It also supports accessories. Let's take a look over here. The pencil technology has tap zones that are going to allow you to do things like zoom. It also magnetically charges on the top of the iPad. It's a thinner iPad overall. But iPad Pro, if you know what an iPad Pro is, it's very art-oriented. You could definitely use it as a laptop, but there is no trackpad option on the keyboard. That's still not doable. Adobe announced its new apps that are coming out next year. There are a couple of other specialized tools, and Apple claims it's going to be a lot better for AR, as well as significantly enhanced graphics and processor speed. But it does seem like it's going to be designed if you want to be a graphics professional and want to make the most out of a larger display and using the pencil. The one that might be the most practical is the MacBook Air. Let's see if we can find that MacBook Air.
That'd be weird.
Right now we're in iPad land.
Actually, I got it for it.
So here's the MacBook Air. This is what people had wanted. This is the Retina MacBook Air. So it's $1199 to start. It's got USB-C Thunderbolt 3 ports. It's got the 3rd generation Butterfly keyboard. It also has Touch ID in the corner. So if you want that, plus a T2 security chip, that's on board. Configurations can increase storage to a pretty significant degree. Now, the MacBook Air is landing somewhere in the zone of where the 13-inch MacBook Pro and the 12-inch MacBook had been. The proposition here in terms of price, size, and overall performance is probably going to hit that spot that you've been waiting for. And it looks, let's feel it. Yeah, that keyboard, if you've been following along with MacBook Pros, is that refined keyboard, the one that seems to have been around in the most recent generation. So flat, but clickier and more responsive. Pretty large trackpad, and let's take a look at the display, which looks pretty good to me, as far as you can tell from a YouTube video. Comes in 3 different colors as well, so if you want to take a look at the gold, kind of bronze color, silver, and space gray is right over here. And let's just get in close. Yes, that's a headphone jack, so rest assured. However, headphone jack on the iPad Pro, no. But stay tuned, let's take a look at the Mac Mini, and I'll show you that too. Mac Mini! Kind of looks like a large Apple TV. Well, the Mac Mini keeps that cool small form. The price has gone up. It now starts at $799. It can be spec'd out to pretty significant internals. You could get up to 6 cores of processing. You can get a pretty significant amount of RAM. The starting configuration for $799 uses a Core i3 processor, however, 8 gigs of RAM, and I believe it is 128 gigs of storage. This is being sold as a semi-pro device. Basically, you're going to be hooking this up to a high-end music rig, maybe using it as a server, using it to video edit, that type of stuff. Now, a lot of people had used Mac Minis before, all sorts of stuff. Let's just listen to the music. Now, there's a lot of other use cases set up here. There's the whole family of MacBook Air and iPad. And over here, you can look at another use that people do, where they stack them. That's the Mac Mini 5-device stack right there. You can set them up as some sort of advanced photo server, processing, whatever you'd like. Imagine the price times 5. Those are the three products that Apple introduced at this event. Here, if you want to take a look at the 12.9-inch iPad, it's over here. And it is really small. Stay tuned for a lot more here at CNET, where we're going to dive in, we're going to take a look at these products, and eventually we're going to review them. They're available November 7th. I just want to show you this space that we're standing in too, because that's pretty awesome as well. I'm Scott Stein here in Brooklyn, not California, at Apple's newest iPad event and MacBook event.